Hello?
Hi, hello, is this Harvey?
Yeah, it is.
Just
Is
want to
this
let you
Tommy?
know. Yes, it's Tommy. Just want to let you know this call is going to be recorded and potentially uploaded to YouTube. Is that cool?
Yeah, mate, that's fine.
All right, brother. How can I help you?
Fuck it. I'm just curious. Like, I've been watching your videos for quite a while,
Okay.
and I don't know how to go forward. Like, I've got a part-time job and I'm studying accounting as well,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna wait till I'm 18 to start investing into ETFs and that. But I've been reading like audiobooks as well,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help me, and I think I'm starting my own business up as well.
Okay.
So I just I don't know. I don't
All
know.
right. So it sounds like right now you're doing a lot. For example, you're in school. You
Yeah.
want to get started investing. You want to start a business. And what you don't want to do is just spread yourself too thin, right? So the first question I'm going to ask you is, are you in debt right now?
No, no doubt at all.
Are you going to graduate debt free?
Yeah.
Awesome. How are you going to do that?
Because I'm from the UK. College is free till 19,
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah,
so
if
it's
you're
quite good.
okay. So let me ask you a question. Your part-time job right now, how much income does that make you?
I'm getting about 200 quid plus a week.
So like around $800 a month?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. And what are your expenses?
I'd say um, I'd say about probably a little under a grand a month. I do keep record of all my cash expenses and all my obviously bank expenses as well. Keep
So
my
it's,
own little cash book.
okay. So it sounds like right now you have deficit.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. So there's no way you can invest.
No, not at the
Exactly.
moment, but I'm hoping to wait till I'm 18 to start putting the cash aside. And obviously, I'm going to start, what's it called, splitting my money as well. Watch your video, how it
Yeah.
tells you how to split your money. Obviously, 30% like charity and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing that because at the moment I'm getting paid cash in hand, but I started getting into my bank, so I'll be able to split it a bit better.
When do you graduate?
I finished my first year in September, and I finished with a diploma in accountancy.
You
But
finish.
I think the course is 3 years long, so I've got another 2 years.
Okay. So you think it's 3 years? Isn't it four
Yeah,
years?
it might be 4 years, but that's if I go to the advanced one as well.
Okay. Okay. So things might be a little different. Over here in America, it's just like 4 years for the bachelor's degree in accounting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be the same here, but I think for level 2 and 3 it's 3 years, and then you can go on to level 4, but that's the advanced one.
Okay. So here's what I would do if I were you, right? The first thing is, if you can't manage $800, you won't be able to manage a lot more money, right? So
Yeah,
the idea is I want to make a budget. So I want to know exactly what my expenses are. And by the way, a budget only has really four walls. You have, for example, shelter, utilities, groceries, and also transportation. Those are the main four categories to every budget. So anything
yeah,
outside of that is usually going to be, for example, just something that you want to get, not something you
yeah.
actually
Not
need.
something you need. Yeah,
Exactly. So I would want to make a budget, see exactly where money's going. Whatever I don't need, I'm going to cut it off. And the idea is while I'm in college, if I have the free time, and you should
yeah,
have the free time because you're doing it right now, I would try to like just start a side hustle just to get more income and start
yeah.
saving up more
I've
money.
got a side hustle.
Yeah, the great thing is that you're going to graduate debt free. And the great thing is that once you do graduate as an accountant, if you do, you can get like a good job prospect and earn a decent amount of money.
Yeah,
The big thing is going to be, well, right now, the answer for right now is what do you do right now as a college student in the UK, studying accountant? The answer is get a side hustle, manage your money a lot better, and start
yeah,
saving money for emergencies. And also, for example, you can start investing money if you actually want to,
yeah.
right? Now,
Oh,
yeah. Now, once you're done, for example, and by the way, this business you want to start, what is it about?
uh, party tents and gazebo hires.
You want to do what?
Party tents, like, do you know the gazebos and like marquees?
Gazebos and
Yeah.
parties?
Like, yeah, for parties in people's back gardens.
Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Can you just explain it to me?
Like, do you know, like a marquee? Like, you get them push-up gazebos.
I
Like,
don't
and
know.
people have them outside in the gardens.
I don't know what a gazebo is. Is it like a decoration type thing?
Uh, can you Google it?
A gazebo. Gazebo.
Gazebo. Like a marquee, gazebo.
Gazebo for marketing.
Gazebo. Gazebo.
J, what is it?
G-I.
Oh, G-I.
G-I-Z.
Z.
E-B-O.
B-O. Gazebo. Oh, so you're building gazebos for parties.
Yeah, well, I've got like a portable one so I can put it up in people's gardens.
Okay. And then, do you know how much it's gonna make you?
Well, I've spent about £600 on it roughly, and I should make more than that.
Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, I work with them. I work every day with them.
Oh, so the side hustle you have right now is installing gazebos, basically.
Say again.
The side hustle, I mean, the job you have right now is doing this?
Well, yeah, for someone else, but I'm starting my own thing as well. I brought my own gazebo.
I mean, that's pretty interesting. I mean, do you have any potential clients right now?
Say again.
Do you have any potential clients right now?
Yeah, I've got quite a few, to be fair. A lot of friends and family, and obviously I'm going to broad out with Facebook and Instagram, get it like around my area.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it sounds like if you do start that business while you're in college, that's just basically another way to make more money. So that's actually pretty cool. What you don't want to do is go into debts, maybe buying a lot more inventory that you can afford in cash. Yeah. So just like take it step by step. So you install one, you keep the profits, you buy the next one, and so on and so on and so on.
Well, but at first, I'm hoping to like break even first before I even like picture of like spending any more on it. I just want to break even and make my money back.
Yeah, I mean, every business you make has to have, for example, a plan. So every time you do it, it's gonna be a profit. It's not just like breaking even, right?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be installing gazebos, for example, just make sure it makes sense mathematically before you start buying more inventory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And once you start building up this reservoir of cash, you can use that cash to basically help you invest and also diversify.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, at the moment, I've got quite a decent amount of cash just put away, but I don't know what to do with it.
How much do you have?
I'd say about $5,000 cash.
4,000?
5,000 cash.
5,000. Okay, so the first thing I would do, by the way, that is a decent amount of money, right? Yeah. But the first thing I would do is you would just grab that money and save a portion of it for emergencies, probably like around 3 to 6 months worth. If you're telling me right now, after the budget, you'll have a better picture. But if you tell me I spend $1K and I make $800, how do you save up that money anyways?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
No, how did you get this 5K? How do you get it?
But working mostly, just putting it away from work, and obviously I've got little side hustle here and there, selling like just little bits online.
Okay, yeah. So what you want a more stable budget?
Yeah.
All right, get a more stable budget so that way you know exactly what your expenses actually are, and then you can start setting money aside. But if I were in your shoes right now, I'd probably say, for example, Harvey, I'll probably save 3 months for emergencies. So in your case, it's around like $3,000. The other $2K, I can use it, for example, for my business.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, whenever I say invest in, it doesn't have to be just in the stock market. It can be, for example, into your business or whatever you actually want to do. But I always recommend, for example, you set aside at least like 10 to 25% of your money for like the stock market and so on, because that's like more like a short thing. And your business might fail and we don't know what's going to happen to it.
Yeah. So obviously I need money like to be back up for that as well.
You don't need that. Yeah. But you don't need that much money because it's all like ratios, right? So if you're investing 10% and you're also with your entire business, that's fine. Just make sure every time you get paid money, you take 10 to 25% and you start like putting that aside.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll probably start small, like do it like with 10 to 15%, and then start saving up, for example, for if you're gonna be like if you want to be a homeowner or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, so if I don't know like what your market is over there, what like the average price is, can you tell me?
What for a house?
Yeah.
What, buying or renting?
Buying.
I'm probably looking at about 100K to 160 for a 3-bedroom house.
Okay. All right, so yeah, go ahead.
They're like nice houses, like obviously won't need anything doing to them.
Yeah. So I mean, if you do want to consider, for example, like saving up for the down payment and all this stuff, you can start saving up for it also. But if I were you, Harvey, right now, what would I do? First thing is, I would grab 3 months worth of this money I have on the side, right, for my expenses, and put it, for example, in an external account, so that way I don't touch it. I would grab the rest of the money left over, around $2,000. I would put it into my business and start basically using that as my little money to make me more money. Once that starts making me more money, I can grab around 10 to 15% and grab the money and invest it, for example, into a good portfolio over there in the UK, right? A decent one, very diversified. Any money left over after more of my expenses, I can save that money up, for example, for the down payment for the home I want to buy.
Yeah.
And that's it. And by the time you graduate, for example, in 3 years or so, you'll have a lot of money in there, right? You'll have a decent amount of money in there. And you'll also have, for example, a good job and also a side business. Potentially, you can just sell it if you want to, or keep the accounting job, or whichever one you want to do. That's the main focus.
Yeah.
Okay, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't want to be an accountant. Like,
you don't want to do that.
Nah. I was interested in the subject, and at the time I was reading quite a lot of books, like Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I was watching your videos as well, so it quite inspired me to go ahead with it. But I am enjoying it, to be fair.
Okay, so just so you know, right, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book about assets and liabilities, but it really doesn't have anything to do with accounting, right? As far as me, like I make YouTube videos, but I graduated in accounting, but I don't do accounting. I used to do it for myself. I hired a CPA. She does all the work for me, right? So if you want to do accounting, understand basically that's going to be your career. It is going to make you a lot of money over in the UK, or for example, in the US, doesn't really matter. Accountants make money everywhere. It's a great career to do, right? But make sure that you're not going to basically drop out midway because you don't like it, right? So if you're going to do it, commit to it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, there are also other options out there, right? How old are you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, so if you're 17, bro, you're super young. So if you even want to get, for example, a trade job and kind of deviate from that and just get, for example, into craftsmanship or whatever you want to do, sounds like you're a lot better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that also.
That was my plan. I plan on finishing the accounting course, but I don't plan on getting a career in it.
Why? Why are you trying to finish it then?
I'm not sure, to be fair. I think it's quite obviously short notice that I was filling out my college applications.
I understand.
And I think I just went for that.
I understand. Same thing happened to me. But are there any trade jobs over there with craftsmanship that can land you, for example, a good income?
Yeah, there's loads, to be fair. And there's quite a few, like carpentry, which would benefit me in the future if I was going to invest into real estate and obviously start renting out properties.
And how do your parents feel about it?
They're supportive about it.
They're supportive about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have everything in your corner. I mean, I would go into a trade job that has statistics behind it saying hey, this trade job pays X amount of money and it can actually be very reliable. You're always gonna have employment. So probably get a trade job within that. But I wouldn't recommend anyone, right, go into accounting. When I went into accounting, right, the plan was always, if YouTube works out, I can do YouTube. If my business works out, I can do that. But if it doesn't work out, I can just do my accounting, right? The purpose was always, I'm always going to do this. I didn't go in there saying I'm going to get this degree, but I'm not going to use it. That's just a waste of time. By the way, although you're not paying with money, you're paying with time.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So if you want to do, for example, something within carpentry or whatever it is, right? You can do that because you're super young. So if that takes 2 years or a year instead of 3 years, you can do that. If you want to become an accountant in the future, you can always go back to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brother. You have any more questions, Harvey?
Nah, not at the moment. Are you going to be doing these quite frequently? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, you can call. You can schedule a call whenever you want, and I'll give you a call.
It's proper helpful. That is coming.
All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Harvey. All right. Have fun, Harvey.
All the hard work you're doing as well.
Thank you, Harvey. Have fun, brother.
Thank you. You too. Keep safe.
All right. Peace out.
All right. Down.
Guys, people ask me all the time, tell me, how are you so good at understanding, for example, British accents? I don't know. It sounds like English to me, okay? And by the way, I used to live also in the Virgin Islands, so I'm gonna have nothing to do with it. But overall, guys, it sounds like Harvey. By the way, 17 years old with 5 $1,000, right? And making $800 every single month. And on top of that, also the business. And on top of that, it's also going to school. To me, Harvey sounds like a superhero. And by the way, by the time he's 20, if he does do the accounting, he graduates into a great career. But I would never ever recommend someone go to college if they don't plan on utilizing the degree. It just doesn't make sense, okay? Now, if I was Harvey, honestly, if I'm Harvey and I'm saying, well, I have this very good skill because it makes me money, it's been proven, right? I like it, I'm good at it, it makes me money, it's not a hobby, it makes me money. Well, if I have this good skill, why wouldn't I want to go out there and get a trade job within that skill? And by the way, my parents support me, which is awesome, by the way. I can do that, graduate in like a year or 2 years or so on, I can work directly into that and make a lot of money, okay? Or a little bit of money, doesn't really matter, but at least I like it and I enjoy it and it gives me enough money to go ahead and make my own business, and on top of that also invest money. But the idea of, oh my gosh, I have to go into this because it's more sure, but I'm not gonna use it. I don't like that idea right there. And by the way, people still time tell me, but you became an accountant, right? Guys, I did accounting, but it was always my plan B or my plan C, right? The job was, hey, if this does not work out, I'll do this right here or this right here. And by the way, when I graduated, I tried my best. I waited 6 to 12 months until I said, all right, I'm gonna get an accounting job, right? So once I graduated, I went, for example, into a data entry like job or whatever it was, because I didn't want to become an accountant just yet, because I knew for a fact if I did that, I was not gonna have enough time to do everything else I wanted to do. And once I came back like 6 to like 8 months later, my business made me enough money to where I didn't have to do it. And once my YouTube career kind of like took off a little bit and made me a lot of money, I said, well, I don't have to do that business either, okay? But planning, since I was 11 years old, was always YouTube. And it took, I don't know, 12 years or 11 years to actually work out, but I wanted to do it, okay? So overall, if I'm Harvey, I'm gonna do what I wanna do, right? But make sure you get a job within that we can earn money and just start my business on the side also. But if you want to do accounting, that's also an option. By the way, but when you're this young, you can go to college for free. You have a lot of options to kind of deal with. So decide on something, execute, and manage your budget correctly. If you don't know where your money's going, then you're gonna have a problem. And by the way, I can tell Harvey is really good at saving, but not that good at managing money, right? He has a deficit, but he saves money. It's very weird, right? But he is doing something good, okay? So as soon as like a very good budget, he'll do 10 times more better. Well, guys, that is it for this call. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And by the way, if you want to join me on one of my calls, well, I have a link down below, and you can go ahead and schedule a call, and I'll give you a call directly Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be calling you guys one-on-one, okay? I'll see you guys next time. And by the way, I also have a second and third channel. I have a main channel, Tommy Bryson, and also a second channel called, for example, Tommy Bryson Show, where I also post there every single day. So basically, I post videos every day on 3 channels, 3 videos a day, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Like, subscribe.